gas prices are not getting any lower. The price trend is constantly shooting up and predictions show that it could well reach up to $6.20 per gallon. Welcome back to CreditWise, better credit the wise way. In this video, we're going to break down the 7 best cards to use for gas rewards. People who commute, take road trips, or travel know that gas costs can add up quickly. However, more and more people are using gas credit cards to earn cash back or points to pay up for the next trip. Since gas is a popular thing to buy with credit cards, it can be hard to find the best gas credit card. In no particular order, let's go ahead and start. Number 1. Citi Custom Cash. This is a pretty common card. You gain 5% on up to $500 per building period, and for most people, per month across several categories. We have restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, transport, transit, streaming, drugstores, home improvement stores, health clubs, and live entertainment. The card's big perk is that it's flexible and can develop with you. If you relocate closer to work and buy a new car, or move to a city where you drive less, this will still be valuable. If in any case they remove gas as a category, this card will still be helpful. The card does have a $500 cap, but other cards have similar caps, so it's not a big issue. Citi Custom Cash gives you cash back as thank you points. If you obtain the Citi Premier in the future, you can transfer these points to partners and earn additional value. So if you care more about first business class than cash back, this can be handy. Depending on your consumption, 5% could be 7.5 or 10%. A larger bank gives you card options, so if they nerf it and it's not competitive, you may go to the Citi Double Cash, which has been consistently successful. The Uber card, as an example, was great for 2 years, but then it became less helpful and people canceled it. Number 2. Cardless New Orleans Pelicans card. Cardless is basically a company that lets other brands work with them and make their own cards. At the moment, most of them are basketball teams and football clubs. With this card, you can save 10% at both the Pelican Arena and at the team store. In terms of multipliers, you get 4x back on gas, 4x back on Pelican tickets, and a lot of sports discounts, as you might expect. If you're not a fan of basketball, then the multiplier you care about is the 4x back on gas. You'll also get 4x back for bars and restaurants, as well as some food delivery services. We can say that this 4x back is pretty competitive, especially for a card with no annual fee. Also, think about the fact that there's no limit or maximum to this. Given 2 products that are reasonably safe and have the same multipliers, we'll choose the one that looks and feels better. Each point will be worth 1 cent, so 4x is actually a 4% return. One thing you need to watch out for is that each customer can only have one cardless card. Another thing is that you can't change products on 2 different cardless cards. You would have to close your card and open a new one. In this case, you can say that there is a non-zero opportunity cost because if you take this card, you might miss out on another card that might be a better fit. Number 3. Abounce Credit Union Visa Platinum Card. You've probably never heard of this card, but it does offer a 5% cash back on gas. In addition to receiving 5% back on gas, you also receive 5% back on quarterly rotating categories. Imagine that in addition to the categories that the Freedom Flex has, gas is a default 5% discount. Even though you must apply for membership, there aren't many requirements. The process is very simple based on some of the experience of consumers. As a card that is not marketed as much, it is quite competitive. 5% health and fitness from January to March, 5% travel from April to June, 5% streaming, phone, cable and internet services from July to September, and from October to December, a 5% Amazon purchase cashback. The only issue with these credit union cards is that they often end up being nerfed. Therefore, they reduce the points, incentives, and other things, or occasionally completely cancel the card. Credit unions often do not cater to the general public, which is a kind of a drawback. Number 4. Penfed Platinum Rewards card, a credit union card. Some people have said it's been hard to get approved, so your experience may be different. With this card, you'll get 5x points back at gas and electronic charging stations. You get 3x for supermarkets, restaurants, TV, radio, cable, and streaming services. It costs about $5 to join Penfed, and if you leave, you get that money back. Unlike a lot of other points, Penfed points are really not worth 1 cent each. In this case, 5x back is 4 point something, not 5%. Depending on where you get your information, each point is worth between 0.85 and 0.86 cents. You can exchange the points for things like gift cards, goods, or travel, but not cash back directly. If you book hotels, you can get between 1.27 cents and 1.8 cents per point. Be aware that there are fees if you book a hotel through their site. Also, there will be a $15 fee for plane tickets. In a lot of ways, it all depends on what credit unions decide to do, how they plan their platform, and how they price everything. Keep in mind that if a credit union card stops making money in an unusual way, they will either cut it off or change it so that it does make money. Other places like Citi or Chase are happy to lose money if they can make more money in other ways, like by selling you mortgages or other products. Number 5. Sam's Club Card. You get 5% back on gas purchases for the first $6,000 you spend per year. If you do the math, that comes up to about $500 per month, which is the same as the Citi Custom Cash. You also get 3% back on dining and 1% back on other purchases. Number 6. The Citi Costco Card. Claiming to be one of the city's best cashback rewards cards, you can save 4% on gas and EV charging purchases of up to $7,000 per year, 3% on restaurants and eligible travel purchases worldwide, 2% on all purchases from Costco and Costco.com, and 1% on all other purchases. A Costco membership is required to apply. Sam's Club is owned by Walmart, while Costco is a public company. Both companies have similar business models, sell comparable goods and services, and only grant access to paying members. Choosing from Sam's Club and Costco depends on your own preference, like the kinds of things you buy and which of these two stores is closer to your home. Number 7. Citi Premier Card. You get 3x back on restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, air travel, and hotels for a $95 annual charge. Depending on how you spend the points, 3x might be 3% or 4.5 to 6% if you transfer them to partners. It also fits easily into a metropolis, so that's a plus. If you don't care about cashback, this is your card. If the card doesn't make sense in a year or two, you can downgrade to a no annual fee card like Double Cash. Number 8. Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Card. You get 3x back on your first $2,500 per quarter in the selected category: gas, internet shopping, restaurants, travel, drugstores, home improvement, and furnishing, 2% back at grocery stores and wholesale clubs, and 1% back on all other purchases. The $2,500 cap for 3% is shared with 2%, so use this card sparingly. Bank of America customers with larger assets can get more points. Gold, Platinum, and Platinum Honors are the tiers. If you have no status, you have 3%, and 3% is 3%. Gold's 3% will be 25% higher, which is 3.75%. Platinum's is 50% higher at 4.5%. Platinum Honors is 75% more, or 5.25%. Asset requirements are $20,000, $50,000, and $100,000. If you spend a lot of time in your car, a credit card that gives you extra rewards for spending at gas stations is a smart way to save a little money every time you fill up. Picking up the right gas card can be tricky, but if this video helped out, do leave a like. This is CreditWise, better credit the wise way. For more credit and finance advice, subscribe today. We'll see you in the next video.